We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. Saul. Here comes Hunt.
This bout is...
What a pleasure it is to be here. And there's the bell for round one. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. And he just misses with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is... Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You got it. Did you see that? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Try to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
With the hook. Did you see that? Umungia now. He's in some serious trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. In that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different? The bell rings and we start the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter lands. Trying to land that jab. Nice counter. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. That jab misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. A straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's a counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Tried to catch and shoot and just missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And there's the bell for round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? The jab not finding its target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Insane action! Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You don't want to trade shots. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. And a round that's... And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Got out of the way, that right hook. Going to surrender. No moss. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.
Another done. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'll stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Flown out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. on one time, be fun. I think my aim just begun. Another one last time, please, y'all. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's
We're 20,000 leagues under the sea. Welcome to the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss.
Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes. Here comes the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelly. We saw in his fight against Prince.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
One of the hottest tickets around. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? A perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Got him there. He misses with that jab. There's a counter shot. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like a rabbit in a headlights.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. And there's the bell to start round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Counter shot. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make them small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Defense is not an option for these two. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both trying for a knockout. Beautiful counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter. The courage on display here is incredible. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The perfect counter lands. And he scores with the counter. This is with the jab. Oh, what a punch! Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Loma in that last round. From this moment, here we go to the 4th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. They figure out the combination to this sink.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. You don't want to trade shots. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
You have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Well done with that counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The stamina is off the charts. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold and tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Todd. What?
1, 2, 3.
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them. With a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this step boy so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal. So anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. Enough liquor bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team.
Scratchy. Go to sleep, nigga. Go to sleep, bitch ass nigga.
time my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and say with lock and key in combination. Keep it low and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They gon' let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation.